Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video for Nier on the PlayStation 3. This is New Game Plus, Ending C. So when you finish Ending B, it's really good. Probably the best chunk of storytelling I've experienced in a video game, and that's saying a lot. I've played a lot of games that have really good stories, but this one I think just trumps them all. And I can't say that definitively since I haven't played every game, but of the games I've played, this I think has the best story I've experienced in a Japanese role-playing game, or action role-playing game, rather. So at the beginning, I think if you select to read Kaine's memories again, you'll get a achievement for that. And the rest of this video, until we get to the end, is me just getting the timed achievements for the boss battles. So occasionally throughout here you'll see the silver trophies pop up for when you beat the record times, or the time set by Cavia for beating the bosses. And they're not that hard as long as you press start to skip through the cutscenes. You'll be fine. The cutscenes actually do count towards the time it takes to beat bosses, so it's suggested that you just go ahead and press start to get through them if you don't feel like watching them again, and you should easily get those trophies. Now, the endings for C and D after you get B are pretty interesting. The one I'm showing here, which is going to be C, is one where Kaine is basically overcome by the shade in her, which is Tyrion, and you have to fight Kaine at the end. I use the term fight kind of lightly. It's not like you want to, but yeah, you do fight her, and then you have to make a pretty tough choice at the end, where you basically have to decide whether you want to kill her to end her suffering, and or to basically sacrifice yourself for her. And sacrificing yourself means that you will lose all of your save games unless you've backed it up. And, I've seen different opinions on that, whether people think it's a good idea or not. If you are someone who wants to go back and get all the achievements, let's say you miss the one for getting or accumulating $1 million, or any of the other achievements in the game, you're out of luck if you didn't back up your saves, and you will have to start over from the very beginning. So in that sense, I think it's pretty scary. Thankfully, the game does warn you a number of times that you will lose all of your saves, so you have a chance to stop and back them up to a USB drive or something similar. But I think if you're just playing it for the story, I think that's pretty cool. And it's kind of one of those breaking the fourth wall touches, right, where it does erase your game in real life. It doesn't just erase Nier's existence in the game, but everything that you've done. So it's sort of like that. I think Razifone, the anime, did something like that, and Evangelion, and then I think what was that game? Steel Battalion on the original Xbox. If you didn't eject out of your mech, it would delete your save game, which is pretty funny. And I think there was a Breath of Fire game that did that as well. So it's not the first time we've seen this sort of thing in a game where you are completely penalized in real life for an in-game decision. But in Nier, I would argue it makes total sense, and I think underscores the importance of the game's story quite a bit, and leaves, I guess, that lasting impression on you. So here is where Kaine Shade basically takes over, and you have to fight her. And I like the name of this achievement when you beat her in under whatever the time limit is. I think it's like 2 minutes or something, but pretty easy to do. Now, Tyrion, I mentioned this in my Ending B video. I don't know if I really like his voice. I think it's a bit too over the top. His voice and Grimoire Noir, who doesn't have that big of a part in this game, but he's in there nonetheless, and is one of the final quote-unquote bosses, although he's a complete pushover. You know, his voice actor is just doesn't seem to match, especially when you stack him up against Vice. Not even close. Vice is awesome. The voice actor that they selected for him does a great job. Very sarcastic, very funny, but believable, and so I really like that. Whereas Noir it doesn't sound like the voice matches, and I found the same to be for Tyrion, Kaine Shade. It's interesting. I don't know too much about the rest of the backstory, but you know, it'd be interesting to know if Tyrion was Kaine's original Shade. Probably not, but interesting if it was, because I know that, you know, she is both male and female, and I think they explain it that it was a mutation in the Gestalt replication process. So curious to know if it was the original Shade, and if all the anger and baggage she carries is because of that. Who knows? Probably not, but hey, it's fun to think about things like that. And so here's where you do have to make your decision. The top decision is obviously ending C, and then the bottom one is D. And I haven't done D yet. I've watched it on YouTube, but I haven't done it yet because I don't want my save to go away. And I do want to go back into Nier and get some of the other achievements later, possibly. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I will just do D and have my game be erased, and then at some point in the future play this game again. And after finishing it multiple times, I could definitely see myself going through it again. And I think on subsequent playthroughs I would discover and uncover more nuances from the story that I missed on these playthroughs. So this is where you basically free Kaine by killing her Shade. And so, you know, it's pretty tragic watching this. And you do finally give her a kiss, which they've been slowly leading up to throughout the second half of the game. And so it's nice to see that. And also really cool here where Tyrion comes around and is no longer the evil Shade that he has been up to this point. And saying that, you know, he spent all this time tormenting her and felt all of the emotions that she felt, and comforts Nier and ensures him that he's freed her and that she's at peace. And when she finally says thank you at the end, man, that sent shivers up and down my spine. It's a really great moment right here. It's so funny, I'm recording this without sound. I can't even hear it, and I got chills from that. And so Nier smiles, a very rare sight, and the lunar tear is on the ground, and I think he says something that they'll always be together. So it's a nice ending. It's very sad, but you know, I think it's bittersweet as well. It's not just totally depressing or anything. And you know that Nier has grown from this experience. So that is Ending C. I probably won't be doing an Ending D video for a while since I don't have a save that's right before the end. I'm going to have to play through the entire second half again. But yeah, and then you get a gold trophy to thank you for getting Ending C. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the video review.